I mean, the homeless community, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Um,
How's your experience been so far?
Not bad, I will say that. I have people that I do trust and I just met them, but I'm a very sociable person anyway. I try to help as much as I can, even if I don't have no money. If there's anything you need help with, I usually do it. I mean, the homeless situation is everywhere and it's bad. And it's coming from where Nevada was, where I was at in Las Vegas. Those people, it was just horrible. It was everywhere out there, like just everyone just melting out in the sun. That's why I decided to send them back this way, so they ain't gonna melt.
What's
Oh, just the bugs, everything like that, and people trying to kill you. There's always a shooting out there like crazy in Vegas. It's like the Wild West out there at times. I swear to God, the whole street, the strip, and everything. There's gas stations down there that get robbed every day, and the guy gets away, or the guy gets caught 3 days later, or something like that. But out here, the homeless people have respect. They're very nice people out here. Ones out there, not really, but right here. And it's sad because they don't really do anything in order for people to just judge on them and throw them away like trash. Like the one that I went to over here at the rescue mission place, it like supposed to have housed like 20 people, but they only had like 8 beds. Everyone was like on the ground and stuff. I'm like, why don't we have more funding on this? Why can't we spend more funding on people that are really dying on the streets like this?
Well, what brought you here?
My wife and my babies. It's a very long story. Coming from Nevada. Well, we used to live out here, but then we moved to Nevada for the hotel industry out there. My wife has MG. It's myasthenic gravis. It's a very rare muscle disease, and I got a good job out there. I made $14.50 an hour. Got a good place and everything. But then she got real sick and had to be hospitalized for a while. I had to take care of my babies, my 3-year-old and 1-year-old. Whose names are Loyal and Alona. Prevented me from working, so I pretty much got fired from my job because of that. And then next thing I know, before we were homeless, I called her sister and her mom and told them, hey, they need to come live with you. I know there's not enough room for me, that's fine, but they need to have shelter.
I had moved away, and I came back. Me and my girlfriend broke up, and I've been homeless ever since for 5 years now. Yeah, but it's hard to be homeless and not be well rested and stuff in order to perform an actual job. Well, to be at a job, say if you work at an establishment with people, you have to be presentable. You gotta, you can't smell like you've been wearing the same clothes for a week or something. Yeah, some people do it, but me personally, in order to perform for a boss or whoever I'm working for and to get a job done and done well and done right, I need to be well rested, focused,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's hard to do when you're out here on the street because you're constantly thinking about things and it gets very tiring because you're listening to conversations, traffic. You're always paying attention to something and it gets very tiring in your mind. So that keys into a lot of it too. Yeah, your mind's always working. No time to relax, no time to sort things out. You're constantly bombarded with something. Like you'll be thinking about something and somebody will come along and the subject will change and you can't get any.
Get easily distracted.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to work for somebody if I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be a 30% worker.
What's your profession?
I've done all different kinds of stuff. I've fished, I've done construction, I've repaired yachts, detailed cars, yachts. If I were to get back to work.
Yeah, if you were, like today, you said I'm going to get a job, like how hard it would be to get a job?
If I applied myself and went and, I'm pretty sure I could get a job, but I want to be able to be presentable and acceptable as an employee.
How are you supposed to stay cold when you're wet?
You stay warm when you're...
Well, yeah, stay warm when you're wet. Like...
God, you fucking suck, really? Turn the words
Oh yeah,
around,
most definitely. I mean, I got clean shave. I have a job, so
No, you do.
that's where I can shave at. Shower. Me? Oh, a week and a half. I got married. Found out my wife was cheating on me with 4 guys. I confronted her.
Let
She
go.
told me she wanted a divorce, and me out of the house. I'm not from here.
It's over.
I'm from Louisiana, so I have nowhere to go. And
He
my
grabbed the
piddly
jacket
job
instead of
ain't
grabbing
paying
your
me
wrist.
enough to try and live on the streets and, you know, try and
I
save
don't
up for a
like my
ticket out of
wrist
here.
being nipped.
Yep,
I mean, nobody can do that.
right. And I have no family left. They're all gone. So I really only got no one to depend
No,
on.
you brought it up. Now you gotta tell.
You gotta
No,
sit
I
back down.
live
She's holding
with
it
a
down.
couple of these guys and they're at their camp.
Really?
On their couch. Right now I'm looking for better jobs. Right now it's winter time. No one's hiring. So I'm gonna be at least stuck here till winter.
Well, packing your house wherever you go, it kind of sucks. You know, it's what we're used to.
Depends on who you
It
ask.
sounds like the
Depends on who you ask.
You go to bed at dark and you're up and gone by daylight. I mean, nobody wants to be constantly on the move, but
But
what else are you supposed to do?
all you gotta do is collapse the tent,
Yeah.
and all your gear is still in the tent. You put a little bit of weeds on top, and you go out mushrooming all day and panhandling all day.
Yeah. Come to Oregon, get lunch, free lunch, because there's nothing like that over there.
it's like an all-day job, kind of.
It is. You're on the go constantly, non-stop, from sun up to sundown, just for $20, if that's what you make. Sometimes less.
We actually caught the Greyhound out here. My cousin worked out here. We're gonna try to get on a fishing boat. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I don't know. Just checking it out. I got family in Eugene, so I wanted to come down this way anyway, just like visit my aunt. I'm pretty sure I'll get something over at this through the temp company, but it might not be what I want. But I don't know. It's life. I got experience on like pretty much all heavy machinery, like front end loader, backhoe, trackhoe, forklift, any kind of forklift. I know how to operate a lot of machinery, like different saws and stuff, like cut steel beams, and I know how to do a lot of different stuff, miter cuts, a little bit of welding. Prefer to be doing. I don't know. Really, I'd like to run my own yoga class.
Really?
Tell you the truth. Yeah.
Be
Be
really
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that here too.
Yeah, I seen that. They got a couple of them. Yeah. I got an idea like what I want the store to look like and all that.
Oh,
or
yeah?
the place.
But you don't know where to go next.
No.
Like, what would be the next step?
Yeah.
Well, what if you could do that?
I looked up on like small businesses, how like what you have, like all the steps you'd have to take to do it and stuff like that. I know things change, or like ever changing, so it might not be the same as when I looked it up.
It'd be nice to like have a settlement. I don't really want to work. I mean, I do, but I don't want to work that hard.
Things used to be more rugged around here. Like you could just get a job fixing up, working on somebody's property, fixing their houses or something, and live
You
on
used
the
to be
land.
able to walk up to a job site and be like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
supervisor, you need some help? I need
Yeah.
a job."
That's how Boulder was. That's
You
how
do
Colorado
it here,
was.
they're like, "What? No, get out of here. Go away. You're a vagrant. Get out of here."
It wasn't
Yeah.
that long ago, 10 years ago.
Colorado,
Yeah.
Colorado. If they saw you with the backpack, they'd be like,
Come on. Yeah.
"Get some work."
You know? You want a job? But people don't do that anymore. They're
What
like,
can I get for
"Oh,
you?"
that, that's a homeless guy. No, stay away from that. That's bad news."
How far did you get in your education?
I went to college.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you get a degree in?
Communications.
Oh, yeah. And how does that fit into your career?
It doesn't fit in at all. Except for sales. Like, everything has a sales part to it. So being able to verbalize and speak and talk and, explain yourself in a good way, that helps with work. The interpersonal communication skills and stuff like that. There's different things that, allow you to participate in that type of, in any type of workplace,
How a degree gives you a leg up in the workforce?
It doesn't. Depends on the degree. Like if I would have been like engineering or something, I'd be way better off. Because unless I want to work in cell phones or computers or at a call center, that degree doesn't really do shit for me. Except for it gave me the skills to communicate better to the other jobs.
So do you have plans to go on to continue your education?
Oh yeah, for sure. Eventually. I need work first, I need to be stable.
So you're also bringing up a really big workplace type of question. I mean, because I've been through several jobs in the past couple of years, and one of the big things is weighing experience and education. And so, which to you is more valuable?
Experience helps a lot. Being able to walk into a job and just know what you're doing without someone telling you what to do means a lot to the contractor or the person who's, doing the job or whatever. So skill set's a big deal. You know what I mean? Being able to do different things and being versatile and picking it up quick is really important.
How about in terms of your relationship with the employer?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. Relationship with my employer, that's really important. If you're not able to communicate with the person that you're employed with, you're just not gonna get the job done. And then they're gonna look bad. It's like a trickle down thing. Like if this contractor hires people that don't know what they're doing, then the person who's paying for it's gonna be like, what the hell, like. And so it's important to have the right skill set. But if you're good at teaching and you can be like, hey, dude, this is how it's done, and like get it done, and then it's also if you're a boss, you need to be able to know what the hell you're doing too.
How the jobs you're trained in are impacted by technology and changes in the workforce?
All the jobs that I've ever done, like when I worked in the mines, I mean, the only technology we used was a fucking rock crusher. I mean, that's pretty simple technology, like it just kind of.
I love office
Hydraulics, it's not a big deal. And we would use like front end loaders. I don't know, dude. Like the jobs that I have, the technology impacted made it better. You know what I mean? It didn't take away from my job. It made it easier, and it made it more. I had the ability to make money faster.
So obviously you like work.
Yeah.
You said that several times.
Yeah.
But what would be the ideal? What would be a job that you would stick with?
Ferguson.
I don't know. Anywhere where I can work, where I have a positive environment and it's supportive, I would stay there, no matter what it was.
Like a lot of times work environments aren't.
Well, then I'll
friendly.
get my money and get the fuck out and find something better. If I don't like where I'm working, I'm not going to stress myself out over work. You know what I mean?
Is that common?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people way stressed out over work. It's like, have you ever seen these? There's movies about it. It's like, work's crazy. It's like, I don't want to live like that. I don't mind doing multiple jobs. That's kind of fun. Like if you have one in the morning and you have a couple hours off just to kind of like relax for a second, then go do something different, that's cool. I would totally do that. Because then you have variety. And you get 2 different paychecks, so it kind of bounces, it kind of works out,
So why are you homeless right now?
I chose to be. I wanted to come and enjoy the scenery, hang out with people and shit. But when the holidays are over, I'm gonna go get to the workplace and get a job. I don't care what it is, just work.
Do you think that's kind of like a thing about your generation?
I think so, yeah. I think we were raised to be like this because a lot of people my age are like that.
How so?
I don't know. I think the people who are in our disposition or whatever you want to call it, we tend to be travelers and we tend to just live this type of lifestyle. Just because that's all we really know.
Can you go into that a little deeper?
Well, we kind of, like, my generation kind of got lost in the salt shaker. You know what I'm saying? If you look at, like, the number of people that, weren't, like, look at our parents, you know what I mean? They're doing this too, you know what I'm saying? So we were pretty much just thrown into this because we know it, and to get out of it and to, like, succeed and do something different takes, like, you have to completely step out of what you know and then do it. You know what I mean? That's the only way you kind of figure it out. Otherwise, you just stay in that same cycle and same what you know. The ability to step out of your comfort zone and do something different is extremely difficult, which is why most people don't do it.
I think it wasn't a lucky thing or nothing. It's just after the timing, after going through the 3 different doctors that are going, well, yeah, he's definitely disabled. So after some time, they want to see if I'm going to be able to go to some work or what kind of work I've been through. Yeah, usually when I was doing even the union construction stuff, high rises, when we did the Seattle Seahawks right there, that was awesome. It was a great job. Or when we were doing Seattle Sam.
The Seattle Art Museum.
Yes.
That edition they put on it.
Yeah.
It's like 13 stories or something.
Yeah. Right.
You worked
there.
on that.
I was on that for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It's my brain. It just. In fact, it was so weird not even knowing a lot of my life that was just easy, simple.
Yeah.
I'm just going. It's like hitting a wall for me. No, this thing was in my brain since I was a baby. So it was just never caught.
Yeah.
But really, for a second, I mean to pause that, but I really need to figure out how I can get like some work. I mean, I don't want to say the shit. No, but actually, they learned me into more architecturals, structurals, civils, all that kind of stuff, and it was really cool that they brought me into this stuff, even when I was doing my main work stuff. But Wednesdays we got to go over and hang out with the other people and learn more shit. All you just say is AVM.
AVM. Arterial venous malformation.
Yep.
Arterial venous.
They'll even show you what it looks like.
It's a brain.
Yep, right there. So I was watching that stuff now with my brain, and I'm just like trying to get the gist out of it all, you know.
Did it affect your depth perception?
Too much conversation to get through from whatever I was doing or learning. It only gets chunks of, you know. So even when I looked at a football game, you got a little ticker on the bottom, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to pause minutely just because I have to stop. Oh, the next word, because it's like, for me, I can't look at a normal sentence. Boom, 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 boom. How your brain just kind of follows what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is next until I look at it and see it until the next word. So anyway, I have not really learned like I used to. Exactly. I ain't the lazy freaking bum. I want to get out of Social Security. I want to get back to being a man and going out there and doing what I'm supposed to do. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm a union freaking carpenter. Why would I be sitting there? And I know there's a lot of guys that are just wanting to get to that point and not go over and shit, you know.
Now, building's the same. As a carpenter, the technology hasn't done anything to make me less work.
But he's right.
I work less on purpose now.
If I go up a ladder, no go.
Yeah.
No joy. In fact,
you shouldn't even do that.
I'm a liability.
Yeah.
Hugely. Especially in the union. So I would be probably better to be teachers.
Yeah.
One of those kind of deals.
Well, for guys like me, the bottom fell apart. It started to fall apart in the 1990s. Because I don't want to take it all the way back to the Eisenhower era. Oh, there's Utah. That's kind of a red herring for me. But, you see, after World War, the mood of the country and the modus operandi, it kind of breaks down in stages. The post-World War II era, from 1945 till about 1963, till the mood of the country was totally different. But one thing that fails to, that never ceases to amaze me, is that if you look at what was going on up until Sputnik, we were sort of unshaken in our path that, aside from the occasional war and North Korea and Vietnam, up until the Russians launched that satellite, because the 12-year period between 1945 and 1957, October of 57, when the Russians launched their Sputnik satellite, Khrushchev comes to the UN shortly later in Ikea and pulls out his clodhopper shoes and pounds on the desk. He says, "We will bury you." He said, "We had that aura of supreme confidence that we could do no wrong and that we were king of kings and lord of lords and top of the heap." Frank's logic is about their own. There was a 12-year period of unshaken confidence. We were it, man. We had the bomb, we had the factories, we had the jobs, you know? The one decade, paradoxically enough, that we after that we seemed to sail through, in spite of all, without too much trouble in the 1980s. For me, that was the golden age. I managed to hang on, more than hang on. I had good jobs from about 75 to 92. But the 1980s were the stellar decade, as driven by what post-War II inventions. You wouldn't have, if you thought about it, you wouldn't have too much trouble identifying what they are. Yeah, the computer with LSI, the computer revolution with going from Maxi to Mini to desktop.
This is like the Gutenberg of today.
Yeah, this is the Gutenberg. The computer revolution, straight up, Moore's law.
Yep, exactly.
And the other revolution was the DNA revolution, modern biochemistry. Those two inventions changed everything. Well, the bottom fell in for me in the 90s. Several people wrote about it because what fell in for me was the hiring pattern change and the political atmosphere changed. Instead of the Republicans are not so anywhere near as, although the Democrats have their faults too, they had the idea that corporate downsizing and laying people off in their 40s, they didn't care whether you were highly skilled or not, or whether you were 40, 50, or 60, going on 65. You know, if they could squeeze you out of a job and still make that profit work, that was the real earnest in the 1990s, and it's still here too. I switched from applied theoretical physics, chemistry, and math into computers. But my computer knowledge was and then I started out in the programming languages, Fortran, COBOL, PL1, Pascal, and then I switched to database management systems. But now that's not what the web is, as you know. I was working at Livermore, in Berkeley, in the 70s. And then my health went bad, kind of around it. So I bailed out of the applied theoretical physics, somewhere between a master's and a PhD. I went to New York and started over in the computer field, New York, New Jersey.
Can I ask you did you work during your lifetime?
I did 20 years construction.
How did that end?
I broke my back and both knees.
And did you get any compensation?
Nope. Not one dime.
What happened?
The owner of the company I worked for took the money, didn't pay into workers' comp.
This was in Florida?
All from Florida, Georgia, wherever they sent me, I had to go.
So he was squirreling the money away, didn't put it into workers' comp. And then you got injured and there was nothing there for you.
Yeah. I got screwed. I don't get nothing. No disability money. I don't get nothing.
Have you been to Social Security?
Yeah. 8 times.
What do they tell you?
Denied.
Because, well, look
No
at you in a
address.
wheelchair.
No address.
That's not fair.
And these people holding a goddamn sign saying work for food, able-bodied.
Mm-hmm. And they get it.
Yeah.
But you're not getting anything you need.
I don't get nothing.
The day-to-day life of the homeless people.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
You wake up at sunrise, you go to bed at sunset, and you hustle all day long.
Yeah, I mean we did this all night. You know, fuck. At our camp, we got like 3 more of these. Full, you know. Well, right here is like $4 right here, but like all together, 20.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably $20 bill.
But we
right
got to
there.
walk all the way around town because all these little stores only take 50 at a time.
Yeah. Well, Safeway would do 144.
Yeah. It's money, you know.
Yeah. Then we just throw them
It's your
away.
only source of income, you know. You make it work. However, you got to make it work.
I mean, I could fly a cardboard sign, but I don't like doing that. I'd rather. This is more like working.
Earning and begging.
Holding a sign is more like being lazy.
And begging.
But I've done the whole sign thing, up and down, all the way from San Diego up to here. You know, because you can hitchhike the whole 101, easy.
One person said the other day it's like the hardest job they ever had, was just trying to live on the street.
Yep. It's not easy out here. It's not for everybody.
But you know what? It is fun. You gotta admit it is fun.
You got to make it fun. Or it's
You have to
miserable.
make it fun. There's some homeless people who are like, oh fuck, I'm homeless. Fuck, I'm having a blast. I mean, sometimes it sucks. You know,
I think
90% of the time it's fun. 10% it sucks. They think we're up here slamming dope.
Yeah.
We're drinking a beer. So are they. They're drinking a beer too.
Yeah.
When they go home after whatever. You either go in the first of the year,
April.
like the day after New Year's Eve, the ball drop, you party. You go to SeaTech, you get on the plane and go do codfish, or you wait until April and do herring and salmon. Or
June
if you're
comes in with red salmon. And
if you're smart, you do both.
Day.
If you're smart, you do both seasons, you know, and then have instead of 7 grand, 20 grand, you know.
I know in June when I worked on the boat,
Imagine
when we
that.
started was in June.
Imagine if we did both seasons combined, we'd have 40 grand. Holy shit!
Yeah. It's hard work fishing. Yeah, I'm 40 years old and I haven't been doing it for a long time. So just to walk out there and get on a fresh boat, you know, most
Greenhorn.
people won't hire me. 'Cause, yeah, like you said, greenhorn. You know, but you can go work at the cannery and you work a lot more hours.
We work with a lot of different races.
You know, but
You can't be
the
racist,
pay is
basically.
good.
Me? I plan on dying eventually.
Unless Schwab tires.
What do you want to do before that happens?
Time of year, not because
Live.
cocoa, but because we get
Pretty much.
I understand you were, I think what we said before, you used to do sheetrock, right?
Yep, painting drywall.
Yeah. How's that? Can you still do that?
Oh, I can't do that anymore. I broke both of my wrists. I can't hold a pan of mud. I can't hold a paintbrush. I can't hold a knife, a mud knife. Not for 8 hours a day.
Did you ever get proper disability?
Oh no, not yet. No.
Do you have anything pending or put it in? Or?
Yeah, I did it a long time ago, and lawyers are probably working on that, but I don't know.
It's a lot more freedom.
Yeah, sometimes it can get being homeless. You don't have to worry about nothing. I don't worry about nothing. I know everybody here, and I've got family here. Me, yes, I'm homeless right now, but it's done by chosen. I own 2 homes, one in Warrenton and one in Hammond. I know I'm gonna get up and do something pretty soon. I'm not gonna spend the winter out here. I'll go. I plan on going fishing and Normally a commercial fisherman. I worked on Leanne for 18 and a half years. Worked on more than half the boats here. I know everybody on the boats and everything. I started on the boats when I was 14, unloading them. My mom was the manager of Point Adams before it burnt down. Oh, jeez. So much has changed. I can't even, I don't even know where to start on that.
Business is
The
coming.
community changes all the time.
I keep seeing more and more homeless
That happens all the time. This is a unique town.
Tell me why.
This is why I've stayed in here. The people I like. I've been here for so long. I made it a home. Yes, I made it a home, and I got my babies, my family here. Well, my babies are here, and well, I can't go too far from my babies. We've been losing a lot of old industries. Yeah, interests. Yeah, it is a dunker here. Oh, I can work.
Tacked and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So-
I'm 51 and I can still work really well. Well, I'm okay with computers. I can operate a computer. I can operate that boat right there. And
Well, that's
do
because that's what
everything.
you've been doing your whole life.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. I just don't. Sometimes I will. I'm a go-getter. I've been 23 years in the carpentry business, but I don't start.
I'm sorry?
About 23 years building houses and remodeling houses. 23 years.
God,
It's
even
like-
my numbers, I got it.
I got out of the Army in 1992. When I got out of the Army, I joined the National Guard for another 6 years, and that's when I started swinging a hammer.
Were you in Korea?
Yeah, I did 18 months in Korea.
Like
Not the
police-
Korean War.
No, like police action, kind of.
I was 11 Bravo. That means I was infantry. So I was guarding the DMZ zone.
Yeah.
I have Huntington's chorea disease, which runs in my family. It's like Parkinson's on steroids almost. The same thing that Michael Fox had, but it hit you earlier. My mother died from it. My grandmother died from it. No, it's genetic. My mom died of it. My grandmother died from it, and we were worried about my daughter getting it. I have a 21-year-old daughter, and that I have my mom. See, what happens with Huntington's chorea disease? It skips a generation usually, and it's primarily in women most of the time, but men sometimes get it. But I think the doctor said that my mom had so many kids that it didn't skip a generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she had 5 kids. So I'm the one that ended up with the disease.
I just want to work.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's only one way to nail a fucking stud to a wall, you know.
Yeah.
You can't use a computer.
Maybe, is that bad or
But you're gonna ruin your computer.
I can't remember the lingo.
Because I use that. Feel that.
I
swing that all day.